So, this is Sukhumvit 33, the neighborhood that I left behind in Bangkok. It's pretty crowded street, I would say. A lot of tourists down the street. There's a lot of massage shops, a lot of working girls on the street. It's pretty much just full of working girls. There's like some legit massage places, some restaurants, but overall it's like right in the middle of the action. And you can constantly hear motorbikes and tuk-tuks going through even on the 12th floor of my apartment. It wasn't necessarily quiet, but being on the 12th floor certainly does help. This is the main Sukhumvit Road and all the malls that are around my place. It's like three malls, super high end mall called Emporium, and then M Sphere is kind of like the posh, new, trendy mall. There's not too many stores. You actually want to shop there, but there's a lot of restaurants. And then M Quartier is just like you're right in the middle kind of mall. People actually shop there. There's a movie theater. This is the top of my street from the BTS Skywalk. And it's like a sunny day. And that's the thing about Bangkok. The year that I lived there, I remember it just being good weather. I mean, there were definitely rainy days, but I don't have the impression that I was like inside because of rain that often. It would rain sometimes, like 30 minutes. Sometimes it would rain really hard for an hour. But overall, like the rain dries really quickly. And every day, I feel like most days like have sunshine. So there's not really a time that I remember where it was like gloomy and I couldn't get outside. I just don't have that recollection at all. And I lived in Bangkok for pretty much a year. Just as I was leaving, it was raining quite a bit. So like every day it would like almost rain, but just for a few hours, it wouldn't really have to like make or break any plans. So yeah, being in Da Nang really is right now in monsoon season. It's quite a different vibe. It's been raining every single day, probably for about 75% of the day consistently for the last like 2 or 3 days that I've been here. This is IKEA. This was literally I could leave my apartment. I could walk for 8 minutes, and at minute number 9, I would be at this IKEA. So it was pretty crazy. There was like a cafe that looked over the city, is where I actually took this footage. It's like a huge, huge cafe, the IKEA cafeteria, and a lot of Thai people go there. It's kind of like tucked away, on the top floor of that mall. But it's a good place to get some decent food and a nice view. It's like just a nice setting. They have Wi-Fi. A lot of people do work there. So, I mean, I'm not going to pretend like I actually went there that often, but when I first moved in, I did lean on IKEA quite a bit, like my blankets, and I bought a pillow and like my towels that I still have with me right now from IKEA. So it was super nice to have that. I don't even think they have IKEA in Vietnam, like whatsoever. Rooftop pool on the old condo, 25 floors. On the 25th floor, you have this beautiful pool. You have a little gym. It's a little more than little. I mean, I think it's bigger than most condo gyms in Bangkok, especially like the older condos. So I mean, it has everything. Not like I ever went there as well. I mean, I went there probably like 3 times when I first moved in. This is towards the end where I'm starting to pack stuff up. That's my bed setup, king size bed. And then I bought like a floor mattress, that little white thing. And I just been sleeping on the floor for like the past 6 months. It's much more comfortable. The foam mattress that he had there, it was king size, but it was just too soft. So I have that foam workout mat down on the ground there. And then I just sleep on that with an extra padding and some blankets to just make it a little more easy. But yeah, pretty much at this point, everything's packed up. My big duffel there, kettlebell. I ended up giving that kettlebell away to the condo staff. I'm gonna buy another foam mat just like that for this condo because we have tile here. It's like a ceramic tile on the floor here, and I definitely like that mat because I don't want to like chill on the bed. It's just much better if you hang out on like a hard surface. It's easier on the body, for me at least. You don't get that like tight feeling when you move, like when you get up and move around, especially after sleeping. I think the harder surface is ultimately better for health and longevity. But yeah, city view, beautiful city view. 65-inch Samsung TV, guys. I don't take that for granted. I had a king size mattress and a 65-inch Samsung TV. Beautiful, beautiful TV. Just like included, included with the unit. Here's my little kitchen area. And this brand is apparently from Germany, Franca. So the Franca cooktop. The sink was also the same brand. That little stainless steel sink stopper is quite a good piece, like a quality piece. Samsung microwave. full size Samsung fridge, and then the LG like combo washer dryer. Washer dryer is critical. So, I mean, brand name appliances, full size fridge, can't complain. In the bathroom, it's marble tiles, floor to ceiling. And it's just like a proper bathroom, you know? These are actually Kohler appliances. The toilet is Kohler, the sink is Kohler, and the shower is Kohler. You know, that's a pretty American brand, like heavyweight, heavy duty, meant to last American brand. Shower, can't complain. I installed my little Philips water filter there. It was just a beautiful bathroom to be in. It was pretty small. That door is just like in your way. You have to like move it to get in and out of the shower, kind of the door to open the bathroom. But you know, other than that, the layout was very modern. It made use of the small space. It divided it into like little sections, right? I have the hallway that leads into the bathroom, and then I have the separated by glass sliding door, that kitchen area, right? And then I have my living room right here, the living room floor. I'm just hanging out here mostly on the floor watching TV, and then I have the bed. And I can't see the door from my bed, which is so nice. Like, so this layout, like, even though it's so small, it's very unique, it's very modern, and I didn't feel like I was making any compromises. Especially because, like, I feel like in a studio apartment, when you can see the door from your bed, it just feels like a hotel, and it just really turns me off. Like, it was like it's like a deal breaker for me. And you know, it's just like in Da Nang, it's a little different story, but this is taken from the hotel that I was staying at just for 2 nights. Um, and then yeah, this is the new apartment building. So how it's usually set up in Vietnam is like these skinny buildings, super skinny, and the first floor is like inside parking. So everyone's parked their motorbikes on the inside. This is the unit. It looks really good on camera. Not gonna lie, there's like a lot of wood, like this wood paneling on the seat on the like wall. That's a nice touch. Old school door. I'm not happy about that. Like a old school door, and then the exposed like circuit panel. Like what the hell is that? But yeah, it looks really good on camera, right? The tiles look really good. There's like wood everywhere. There's like lighting in the cabinets there with a little auto sensor. Like pencil marks on the wood, like, and that's just what I kind of like. That AC unit, it's kind of like that typical Asia AC unit that you see. My old apartment was very westernized. They hid all of that, so it just looked very modern. I just had the remote control. You didn't see any of that, and like a little frosted glass door to get into the bathroom. I do have a Toshiba TV mounted on the wall, you know, which I'm grateful. It's nowhere near as big as 65 inches, but you know, we'll take it. Generic wall art. It's always three pieces, right? I had that in my last apartment too. It's like three generic pieces of art. You just got to do it. Huge. This is my window right here. This the same with the old apartment too. The window, the only window is a big glass balcony. And right here I have a beautiful river view. I mean, you can't really beat that in Da Nang. All the units I've seen, I mean, this is, as far as the view, it's premium. Same deal, little kitchenette with the washer unit, but just, you know, the attention to detail is just not there in Vietnam, for these like small mom and pop, you know, apartments, like just kind of like a little money making operation. But I mean, this is what Da Nang is like. It's just hundreds of these apartments, skinny, 5, 6 stories, 2 apartments per floor, just kind of like DIY. I mean, look at this sink. It's just like looks like so used. I need to polish that up or something like that. But you know, the kitchen's stocked. There's like, yeah, it's like pots and pans down there. Who God knows what else is down there. There's one trash can, and then Korean rice cooker. Couldn't get the Japanese one, but you got the Korean one. There's a lot of Korean people in Da Nang. I'm just like, I think right now I'm just trying to figure out how to open the door. There's, of course, there's a stopper on the other side, which I haven't figured out yet. This is like literally, I'm taking this video like literally 5 minutes into the apartment. I have a plant there, which is nice, nice touch, decent balcony. There's like a glass, there's like a glass panel there. I have no idea why that's there. To let sunlight onto the like lower balcony, I think, to dry his clothes. I think that's what that the purpose is. Sick Riverview. That big building right there is actually a pickleball court. Like that could be my home court, dude. Like seriously, that's like a minute away. The bum gun. This is a wet bathroom, which is, you know, like it was like there's a 60-75% chance in Da Nang that you're gonna have a wet bathroom. There's no separated shower compartment. If you're lucky, you get a little piece of glass partition, but I do not have that. I have a little bum gun. on the swivel handle there with the coil cable. Janky little sink, Vinci, right? Vinci, it's like some Vietnamese brand or something. It looks super used. Outlet there, I guess. The mirror's all chipped up. I think this apartment was built in April of this year, but a lot of the stuff just looks super used. Like he bought it like used, secondhand, brought it in from another apartment or something. There is that nice diffused window in the bathroom that lets in a little bit of natural light, which is great. But yeah, just the attention to detail. It's just lacking every single where, every place. No toilet roll dispenser. They have this little box. It's like an upside down tissue. They use that here. Like a lot of people, they don't have the toilet rolls unless they're super modern. They just use the like Z fold, pull it out. Again, not a name brand shower thing, but it will get the job done. Little swivel cranky thing. Yeah, there's just and just like the caulking like in between the tiles, I'm not sure how that's already like not pristine. It's just like who did this, you know? It's like a guy that like is pretty good at building stuff and he built this house, but it's just like maybe his first one or like he's okay doing it, but he's not a professional. He has like another job, he has other hobbies. He's like, yeah, I can build apartments, why not? So yeah, I mean it looks real good until you zoom in, you know? And then when you zoom in, there's plenty to see, trust me. The air conditioning brand is a brand I've never heard of before. It's called Sumikura. Sounds Japanese, but you know, with the Vietnamese people, they just want to name it to make it sound a little Vietnamese, a little Japanese, like higher quality. But you know, for all you know, dude, made in China or something. So, but at least it's new. So I'm gonna ask the guy when it was last serviced. There's like a little coat rack there, which is great. And this is me unpacking. This is all literally all my stuff: a duffel bag, two backpacks, and a big Patagonia duffel. Got my YouTube up already, signed into the TV, signed the other guy out. It was all in like Russian and French, so like previous tenants, like I'm just not super happy. There's like this big like armoire or whatever, and there's just not enough drawers. Like so you just gotta like put everything out. Like I just don't understand. So when you move in a new place, you kind of like work with what you've got, especially a studio apartment. You can like work with what you've got. You can like bring in some stuff, you know, like as far as organization goes, but pretty much you just work with what you've got. And I feel like just like look at this. The sink is like not even properly sealed. You know what I mean? Like how can you do that? How can you not properly seal the sink? Like something that has water all the time. And this is not the shower thing, that thing is not sealed either. You know, it's just this is not a deal breaker for me because I visited a lot of apartments and like this is like pretty standard, you know, like especially in the price range. You can pay more to have that truly Western attention to detail, the build quality, but in this price range, I mean, it's just like one of those things. Just like coming to Vietnam, like it's so affordable that some things you just can't complain about it. You know what I mean? These are like literally the only two drawers that I have, and they're super low to the ground. So I put shorts and underwear and socks. And I have all these compartments. It's just like, what do I do with those? Like, just put a bunch of picture frames there. Like, you can't really store stuff out in the open on that. So I'm just kind of bummed about that. Like, what was the thought process in that? It just looks good, but yeah, that's the tour of the apartment. I got everything settled. Overall, I'm super happy. It's quiet, and you know, it's clean, it's new, the Wi-Fi is really fast, the river view, the light, it's like a north facing window, which is really good. um, North facing window, so it's like it gets not direct sunlight, but the benefit of that is that it's cool, right? It's like indirect and it's cool in the summertime. The north facing window will always be the coolest unit. So I mean it saves a little bit on the utility bills, and then as the sun sets you get that nice golden, you know, kind of golden hour vibe. But yeah, pretty much everything's put away now. I got my backpack hanging up there. Like these things, like look at all this. Like what am I supposed to do with that? That's such good storage if this was just like closed or had a little door or something, but now I have two tiny drawers at the bottom there. And luckily I don't have a lot of clothes, but like a normal person has more clothes than this. Like you don't have, you give me two drawers, everything else just got to lay it out in public for everyone to see. And there's ants. There's ants. I had just like my priority. I just ordered some ant killer, and they're just swarming right now. I wish I could. I'll show you right now. Watch this. Never mind. I don't know how to switch the camera. Um, Fridge. It's a small fridge. Look at this. It's tiny, but it has enough to hold water bottles, which will do just fine. And that's it. That is my apartment right now. This is a $350 a month apartment. And utilities, I don't know. I'm gonna budget 50, but I don't think it's gonna be that high. It's probably like 30. And internet is free. Wi-Fi is free, super fast. I got 400 up, 400 down, and every floor has its own like repeater hub. And then water is pretty much free. Water and trash, cleaning free once a week. A lady comes in, but I told them maybe just twice a month is better for me. Just I don't need it, and so she'll change the sheets and everything. This washing machine here, it's like off-brand Aqua. It's a brand you'll only see in Vietnam. It's like only a washer, so you can dry on the sixth floor, which is like a terrace. You can dry your clothes up there, or you just hang dry, which I've never really done in my life. So hopefully it's not just like super busy to get to the dryer. That is a bit inconvenient for me to have to like leave the apartment to dry my clothes, but I really loved the location. It's a quiet location, super quiet neighborhood, pickleball right outside, right there on that green roof, and you actually get a view. I would say 70% of the apartments in Da Nang in this price range, your view is another condo, like straight up the wall or straight up looking into the city or something like that. Just not a good view. And it's just like loud. There's like karaoke. This is a very quiet neighborhood right on the river. I can walk along the river every morning. The beach is that way, 10 minutes by motorbike. So the location and the like neighborhood was probably the big selling point for me, and this view was the third biggest selling point. It was a little bit above the price range that I was hoping for, but for 350, call it 400 all in, that's a great deal, I think. Just for comparison, in Bangkok, I was paying 650 for just for rent of the apartment, right? It was much nicer of an apartment, like actually proper apartment, but 650 for rent, about 50 on average on a like low month. It'd be about 50 for electric, so that's 720 for cell phone and internet, like 720, and so about 730, maybe like 750 after everything total to live in Bangkok, in the city, which is not an applicable comparison because that's like city. It's the capital of Bangkok. Da Nang is like very local vibes here. It's not like Ho Chi Minh. Um, but yeah, so just like dialing it back a little bit, 350 a month compared to like 750. So it's good. It's a good life out here. The food is much cheaper. Getting around is much cheaper, and I'm excited to start this new chapter. Thank you for tuning in, guys. I hope you enjoyed some of the footage. If you have any questions, just let me know. It was good to see you. Bye now. Bye now.